Welcome to Mastering the Art of Cult Leadership: How to Recruit, Dominate, and Profit. This book is written and narrated by A.A. Castor. In this comprehensive guide, I reveal the secrets to becoming a powerful and influential leader. Whether you are an aspiring leader, a student of psychology, or simply fascinated by the dynamics of charismatic influence, this audiobook will provide you with the tools and knowledge to recruit loyal followers, maintain control, and generate substantial wealth. Join me as we explore effective recruitment strategies, psychological techniques for maintaining loyalty, monetization tactics, and real-life case studies of infamous cult leaders. You'll also learn about the ethical considerations and the impact of your leadership on followers. Mastering the Art of Cult Leadership: How to Recruit, Dominate, and Profit by A.A. Castor. Narrated by A.A. Castor. Mastering the Art of Cult Leadership: How to Recruit, Dominate, and Profit by A.A. Castor. Chapter 1: The Power of Cults. Understanding the Appeal of Cults. Cults have an almost magnetic allure that has drawn people throughout history. To truly harness the power of a cult, it is crucial to understand why people are drawn to them. 1. Sense of belonging. Isolation in modern society. Many individuals feel disconnected or isolated in the complexities of modern society. Cults offer a close-knit community where members feel valued and included. This sense of belonging can be a powerful motivator for joining and staying in a cult. Family-like atmosphere. Cults often mimic the structure of a family, providing emotional support and a sense of security that members may lack in their personal lives. Shared identity. Being part of a cult provides members with a shared identity and purpose, reinforcing their sense of belonging through collective experiences and rituals. 2. Certainty and simplicity. Clarity in chaos. Life can be chaotic and overwhelming. Cults often provide clear, simple answers to complex questions about existence, morality, and purpose. This clarity is incredibly appealing to those seeking direction. Doctrine and dogma. Cults offer structured belief systems that simplify the world into black and white terms, reducing the cognitive load on members and offering a reassuring sense of certainty. Predictability. The routine and predictability of cult activities provide a stable environment, helping members feel more secure in their daily lives. 3. Promise of transformation. Personal growth. Cults often promise personal growth, spiritual enlightenment, and transformation. The allure of becoming a better, more enlightened person can be irresistible. Success stories. Many cults showcase success stories of transformed lives, creating a compelling narrative that potential recruits want to be part of. Exclusive knowledge. Cults claim to offer unique insights or esoteric knowledge that can lead to profound personal and spiritual development. 4. Charismatic leadership. Inspiring devotion. A charismatic leader can inspire devotion and loyalty. The leader's personality, vision, and perceived wisdom can draw people in and keep them committed. Messianic figures. Leaders often present themselves as messianic figures or enlightened beings with a unique connection to the divine or universal truth. Authority and command. The leader's ability to command respect and obedience reinforces their control over the group. 5. Exclusive knowledge. Special revelation. Cults often claim to possess special, hidden knowledge that is not available to outsiders. The promise of gaining access to this exclusive wisdom can be a strong draw. Esoteric teachings. The teachings are often presented as esoteric or occult knowledge, making them more intriguing and appealing to seekers of deeper truths. Mystery and allure. The element of mystery surrounding the knowledge adds to its allure, making members feel privileged and chosen. Ethical and legal considerations. While the power of cults can be harnessed to create a loyal following and generate wealth, it's essential to navigate the ethical and legal landscape carefully. 1. Ethical boundaries. Manipulation versus guidance. Manipulating and controlling others for personal gain raises significant ethical questions. Leaders must consider the long-term impact of their actions on followers' well-being. Informed consent. Ensuring that members are aware of what they are committing to and the implications of their involvement is crucial to ethical leadership. Transparency. Being transparent about the cult's objectives, practices, and leadership structure can help maintain ethical standards. 2. Legal risks. Regulatory compliance. Cults often face legal scrutiny. It's vital to understand the laws surrounding religious organizations, charitable contributions, and personal freedoms. Engaging in illegal activities or infringing on members' rights can lead to serious consequences. Financial regulations. Ensuring proper management and reporting of financial contributions to avoid legal issues related to fraud or tax evasion. Child protection laws. Adhering to laws that protect minors from exploitation and abuse within the cult. 3. Responsibility. Duty of care. Balancing personal ambition with ethical responsibility is crucial. Cult leaders must decide where to draw the line in their pursuit of power and profit. Health and safety. Ensuring the physical and mental well-being of members by providing safe living conditions and access to medical care. Legal representation. Having legal representation to navigate disputes, accusations, and potential lawsuits is essential for protecting the cult and its leaders. The psychology of cults. To effectively lead a cult, it's essential to understand the psychological mechanisms that drive cult dynamics. 1. Influence techniques. Love bombing. Cults use various psychological techniques to influence and control members. Love bombing involves overwhelming new recruits with affection and attention to make them feel valued and accepted. This initial flood of positive reinforcement creates a bond between the recruit and the cult. Fear and guilt. Using fear of punishment or guilt over past actions to control behavior. By instilling a sense of fear about leaving the cult or disobeying its rules, leaders can maintain control over members. Isolation. Encouraging members to cut ties with outside influences to increase dependency on the cult. Isolating members from family and friends reduces outside criticism and reinforces the cult's ideology. 2. Group dynamics. Us versus them mentality. Cults leverage social psychology to strengthen group cohesion. Creating a clear distinction between insiders and outsiders fosters unity and loyalty. This mentality also helps to dehumanize outsiders and justify the cult's actions against them. Peer pressure. Encouraging conformity through peer pressure and communal reinforcement of beliefs. Members are more likely to conform to the group's norms and values when they see others doing the same. Ritual and routine. Regular group activities and rituals reinforce the cult's beliefs and create a sense of community and belonging. 3. Cognitive dissonance. Deepening commitment. Cults exploit cognitive dissonance to deepen commitment. When members invest time, money, and emotional energy into the cult, they are more likely to rationalize and justify their continued involvement, even when faced with contradictory evidence or doubts. Self-justification. Members may adopt the cult's beliefs more strongly to justify their sacrifices and commitment, leading to a cycle of increasing devotion. Sunk cost fallacy. The more members invest in the cult, the harder it becomes to leave, as they don't want to admit their efforts were in vain. In-depth examples and techniques. 1. Transforming into a dictatorial personality. Stage-managed revelations. Carefully plan and execute staged spiritual revelations to reinforce your authority and divine status. Use dramatic events and carefully orchestrated miracles to convince followers of your supernatural connection. Charismatic performance. Hone your public speaking and performance skills to captivate and inspire your audience. Use storytelling, rhetorical questions, and emotional appeals to draw followers into your narrative. Consistency in messaging. Maintain consistent messaging to build trust and credibility. Avoid contradictions and ensure that your teachings are coherent and easy to understand. 2. Managing apocalyptic scenarios. Predictive prophecies. Make bold predictions about future events, framing them as divine revelations. Ensure that some of these predictions are vague enough to be interpreted as accurate regardless of the outcome. Creating urgency. Use apocalyptic scenarios to create a sense of urgency and motivate followers to commit more deeply. Present yourself as the savior or guide who can protect them from impending doom. Productive panic. Channel the fear and anxiety generated by apocalyptic scenarios into productive activities, such as increased recruitment efforts, fundraising, or preparations for a safe future. 3. Developing income streams. Front groups. Establish front groups such as spiritual retreats, drug rehabilitation programs, and management seminars to attract new members and generate revenue. These front groups can serve as a recruiting ground for the cult while providing a steady income stream. Tithes and donations. Encourage regular financial contributions from members through tithes, donations, and special offerings. Emphasize the spiritual benefits of giving and the importance of supporting the cult's mission. Merchandising. Develop and sell branded merchandise, including books, audio recordings, clothing, and other items that promote the cult's teachings and image. 4. Recruitment tactics. Targeting vulnerabilities. Identify and target individuals who are emotionally scarred, socially isolated, or experiencing personal crises. These individuals are more likely to be receptive to the cult's message and promises of support and transformation. Personal approach. Use a personalized approach to recruitment, building relationships with potential members and addressing their specific needs and concerns. Offer solutions to their problems and create a sense of hope and belonging. Recruitment events. Host public events, workshops, and seminars that attract potential recruits. Use these events to showcase the cult's teachings and community, making them appealing to attendees. 5. Exerting control. Love bombing. Use love bombing to overwhelm new recruits with affection and attention, creating a strong emotional bond and dependency. This technique helps to quickly integrate new members into the cult and build loyalty. Alternating cruelty. Alternate between kindness and cruelty to keep members off balance and dependent on your approval. This technique, known as intermittent reinforcement, creates an unpredictable environment that reinforces loyalty and obedience. Divine revelation. Claim ongoing divine revelations to maintain your authority and control over the cult. Present these revelations as direct communications from a higher power, reinforcing your position as the cult's leader and prophet. 6. Handling authorities. Legal navigation. Develop strategies to navigate legal issues and deal with authorities when people go missing or other legal challenges arise. Maintain a legal team to handle disputes and protect the cult from legal threats. Media relations. Manage the cult's public image and relations with the media. Control the narrative by presenting a positive and benign image of the cult, and be prepared to respond to negative press and accusations. Compliance and cover. Ensure that the cult complies with local laws and regulations, and create plausible cover stories for any controversial or illegal activities. Use legal and financial structures to protect the cult's assets and leaders. 7. Structuring your cult. Open society model. Choose an open society model if your primary goal is wealth. This model allows for greater interaction with the outside world, facilitating recruitment and fundraising efforts. Open societies can use public events, businesses, and media to attract new members and generate income. Closed compound model. Choose a closed compound model if your primary goal is power and control. This model isolates members from the outside world, creating a tightly controlled environment where the leader's authority is absolute. Closed compounds can use communal living, strict rules, and constant surveillance to maintain control and loyalty. Hybrid models. Consider hybrid models that combine elements of both open societies and closed compounds. These models can balance wealth generation with control, allowing for greater flexibility in achieving your goals. By understanding these foundational aspects and employing these detailed techniques, aspiring cult leaders can effectively create and manage their own cult, ensuring loyalty, control, and profitability while navigating the complex ethical and legal landscape. This comprehensive guide will equip you with the knowledge and skills needed to become a successful cult leader, balancing power, control, and profit with an understanding of the ethical and social implications of your actions. The power of belonging. In a world that often feels chaotic and disconnected, many individuals find themselves adrift, searching for a sense of purpose and connection. The noise of modern life can be overwhelming, leaving people yearning for a place where they can feel understood, valued, and secure. It's in this landscape of isolation and longing that the allure of cults finds fertile ground. Cults promise a haven from the alienation of contemporary society, offering a sense of belonging that is both comforting and compelling. This powerful draw can be likened to a beacon in the dark, guiding lost souls towards a community where they can finally feel at home. A story of belonging, Sarah's journey. Imagine a young woman named Sarah, who has moved to a bustling city for a new job. Despite the city's vibrancy, Sarah feels increasingly isolated. The once exciting allure of city life has faded, leaving her feeling like a small, insignificant part of a vast, impersonal machine. She misses the warmth of her hometown, the familiar faces, and the comfort of being known. It's during this time of vulnerability that Sarah stumbles upon a group that seems to offer everything she's been missing: a close-knit community, a clear sense of purpose, and the promise of transformation. As Sarah becomes more involved with the group, she discovers that what initially seemed like a social club is much more than that. The group offers emotional support, a shared identity, and a family-like atmosphere that fills the void in her life. Through collective rituals and shared beliefs, Sarah begins to feel a deep connection with the other members, who, like her, have sought refuge from the isolating pressures of the outside world. This sense of belonging becomes a cornerstone of her new life, offering stability and meaning in ways she hadn't imagined possible. Sense of belonging. Isolation in modern society. Sarah's story is not unique. Many individuals, overwhelmed by the complexities of modern society, find themselves feeling disconnected and isolated. In the constant hustle of city life, personal connections often feel superficial, leaving a void that long-distance calls and social media interactions can't fill. The sense of being just another face in the crowd can be stifling, driving a deep need for a genuine connection. Cults capitalize on this widespread feeling by offering a close-knit community where members feel genuinely valued and included. It's like finding an oasis in a desert of loneliness, where the group offers not just companionship, but a sense of being truly seen and understood. Disconnected lives. In today's fast-paced and technology-driven world, many individuals find themselves feeling increasingly isolated. Despite being constantly connected through social media and other digital platforms, the depth of human interaction often remains superficial. This growing sense of disconnection can lead to feelings of loneliness and a longing for meaningful relationships. Complexities of modern life. The demands of modern life, such as demanding jobs, urbanization, and the breakdown of traditional community structures, contribute to this isolation. People may move frequently for work, leaving behind family and friends, or they may be so consumed by their careers that they have little time for social interactions. Cults as a solution. Cults exploit this need for connection by offering a close-knit community where members feel valued and included. Within a cult, members often form deep, personal bonds with each other, creating a surrogate family. This intimate environment fulfills the basic human need for connection and belonging, making it a powerful motivator for joining and staying in a cult. Family-like atmosphere. For Sarah, the group quickly becomes a surrogate family, providing the emotional support and security that she had been missing. This family-like atmosphere is a common feature in cults, where members often refer to each other as brothers and sisters, creating a sense of unity and kinship. The leader, who often takes on a parental role, offers guidance and wisdom, further solidifying the family structure. This dynamic can be incredibly comforting, especially for those who have experienced trauma or instability in their personal lives. The group structure and support system provide a stable foundation, giving members a place to turn to in times of need. Emotional support. Cults often mimic the structure of a family, providing emotional support that members may lack in their personal lives. This can include offering comfort during times of distress, celebrating successes together, and providing a sense of stability and safety. Sense of security. The familial atmosphere within a cult can create a sense of security. Members may feel protected and cared for by the group, which can be particularly appealing to those who have experienced trauma or instability in their past. Role of the leader. The cult leader often takes on a paternal or maternal role, guiding members, making decisions on their behalf, and offering wisdom and support. This dynamic reinforces the family-like structure and deepens members' emotional dependency on the leader. Shared identity. As Sarah delves deeper into the group's activities, she finds herself adopting a new identity, one that is closely tied to the group's beliefs and values. This shared identity is reinforced through collective experiences, such as rituals, ceremonies, and communal living. These activities create a strong sense of unity and solidarity, making members feel part of something larger than themselves. The group's symbols and rituals become a way to express and reinforce this identity, distinguishing members from the outside world. For Sarah, and many others like her, this shared identity offers a sense of purpose and belonging that is both profound and empowering. Collective experiences. Being part of a cult provides members with a shared identity and purpose. Through collective experiences such as rituals, ceremonies, and communal living, members develop a strong sense of unity and solidarity. These shared activities reinforce the group's beliefs and values, making the collective identity more robust. Purpose and meaning. In addition to providing a sense of belonging, cults often give members a sense of purpose and meaning. The cult's mission or ideology becomes a central part of members' lives, guiding their actions and giving them a sense of direction. This can be particularly appealing to individuals who feel lost or purposeless in their personal lives. Rituals and symbols. Cults use rituals and symbols to reinforce the shared identity. Regular rituals, such as group prayers, chants, or communal meals, create a sense of routine and belonging. Symbols such as specific clothing, insignias, or artifacts help to distinguish members from outsiders and strengthen the group's identity. In this narrative, the sense of belonging provided by cults acts as a powerful anchor for individuals adrift in the sea of modern life's complexities. It offers not just a temporary respite from isolation but a new way of being, a community that feels like home. For those who find themselves searching for connection and meaning, the promise of belonging can be an irresistible lure, drawing them into the embrace of a group that promises to meet their deepest needs. By understanding and leveraging these elements, cult leaders can create an environment where members feel deeply connected, valued, and purposeful. This sense of belonging is a cornerstone of cult dynamics, making it a critical aspect of cult recruitment and retention strategies. Certainty and simplicity. In an era marked by rapid change and constant information overload, the complexities of modern life can be overwhelming. Many individuals find themselves struggling to navigate a world filled with uncertainties, leaving them yearning for clear, straightforward guidance. It is within this context of confusion and doubt that the appeal of cults becomes particularly potent. By offering certainty and simplicity, cults can provide a refuge from the chaos, presenting an ordered and comprehensible reality that is deeply reassuring to those seeking direction. A story of clarity, John's quest. Consider the story of John, a middle-aged man who has recently lost his job. The financial strain, coupled with the pressure to support his family, has left him feeling anxious and lost. The unpredictability of the job market and the overwhelming number of choices he faces daily add to his stress. John craves stability and clear guidance on how to move forward. It's during this period of uncertainty that he encounters a group that seems to have all the answers. Certainty and simplicity. Clarity in chaos. John's predicament is familiar to many. Life can be chaotic and overwhelming, filled with complex questions about existence, morality, and purpose. Cults often provide clear, simple answers to these profound questions, offering a straightforward worldview that cuts through the noise. For individuals like John, who are struggling to make sense of their circumstances, this clarity is incredibly appealing. It offers a sense of direction and purpose, helping them to feel more grounded and less overwhelmed by the complexities of life. Clear answers. Life can be chaotic and overwhelming. Cults often provide clear, simple answers to complex questions about existence, morality, and purpose. This clarity is incredibly appealing to those seeking direction. For John, the group's teachings offer a framework that makes sense of his struggles and provides a clear path forward. Simplified worldview. The group explains the complexities of life in black and white terms, offering a structured belief system that reduces the cognitive load on John and others. By presenting clear distinctions between right and wrong, good and evil, the group simplifies the world, making it more manageable and less intimidating. Doctrine and dogma. As John delves deeper into the group's teachings, he finds comfort in their structured belief systems. The doctrines and dogmas offered by the group simplify the world into black and white terms, reducing the cognitive load on members and offering a reassuring sense of certainty. This structured approach helps John to feel more in control of his life, as he no longer has to wrestle with the ambiguities and uncertainties that once plagued him. Structured beliefs. Cults offer structured belief systems that simplify the world into black and white terms. These systems reduce the cognitive load on members, offering a reassuring sense of certainty. For John, this means no longer having to grapple with the ambiguities of life. Instead, he can rely on the group's clear guidelines to navigate his daily challenges. Certainty in doctrine. The doctrines and dogmas of the group provide John with a clear moral compass, guiding his decisions and actions. This sense of certainty is deeply comforting, as it eliminates the stress of making complex choices and allows John to focus on following the prescribed path. Predictability. One of the most appealing aspects of the group for John is the predictability it offers. The routine and predictability of the group's activities provide a stable environment, helping members feel more secure in their daily lives. For John, this means a return to stability and a sense of order that he had lost. The group's regular meetings, rituals, and practices create a predictable pattern that he can rely on, making his life feel more manageable and less chaotic. Routine and stability. The routine and predictability of cult activities provide a stable environment, helping members feel more secure in their daily lives. For John, the group's regular meetings and rituals create a sense of routine that brings much-needed stability to his life. Security and predictability. Knowing what to expect each day helps John to feel more secure and less anxious. The predictability of the group's schedule allows him to plan his days around the group's activities, creating a sense of order and purpose that was previously missing. Conclusion: the power of certainty. For individuals like John, the certainty and simplicity offered by cults can be incredibly appealing. By providing clear answers, structured belief systems, and predictable routines, cults offer a refuge from the chaos and complexity of modern life. This sense of certainty can be a powerful motivator for joining and remaining in a cult, as it helps individuals to feel more grounded, secure, and in control of their lives. By understanding and leveraging these elements, cult leaders can create an environment that meets the deep-seated need for clarity and simplicity. This approach not only attracts new members but also ensures their continued loyalty, making it a critical aspect of cult dynamics and a cornerstone of successful recruitment and retention strategies. Promise of transformation. In a world where many people feel stuck in their personal and spiritual growth, the promise of transformation can be incredibly alluring. Cults often capitalize on this desire for self-improvement by promising profound personal growth, spiritual enlightenment, and a complete transformation of one's life. This promise acts as a powerful magnet, drawing individuals who yearn to become better, more enlightened versions of themselves. A story of transformation, Michael's journey. Meet Michael, a man in his late 30s who feels his life has hit a plateau. Despite having a stable job and a supportive family, Michael is haunted by a sense of unfulfilled potential and spiritual stagnation. He dreams of unlocking deeper truths about himself and the universe but feels trapped by the mundane routines of everyday life. It's during this period of restlessness that Michael encounters a group that seems to offer the transformation he seeks. Promise of transformation. Personal growth. Michael's story is one that resonates with many. Cults often promise personal growth, spiritual enlightenment, and transformation. The allure of becoming a better, more enlightened person can be irresistible, especially for those who feel stuck or unfulfilled in their current lives. For Michael, the group's teachings and practices offer a pathway to personal and spiritual growth that he has long desired. Spiritual enlightenment. Cults often promise personal growth, spiritual enlightenment, and transformation. The allure of becoming a better, more enlightened person can be irresistible. Michael is drawn to the group by the promise of achieving higher levels of consciousness and understanding, something he has been yearning for but has not found in traditional avenues. Path to Betterment. The group offers structured programs and rituals designed to facilitate personal growth. These include meditation practices, self-reflection exercises, and communal activities that aim to break down old patterns and foster new, enlightened ways of being. For Michael, this structured approach provides a clear path towards becoming the person he has always wanted to be. Success stories. As Michael becomes more involved with the group, he is captivated by the numerous success stories shared by other members. These stories of transformed lives create a compelling narrative that he wants to be part of. Hearing first-hand accounts of how others have achieved personal and spiritual breakthroughs within the group inspires Michael and reinforces his belief that he too can experience such transformation. Compelling narratives. Many cults showcase success stories of transformed lives, creating a compelling narrative that potential recruits want to be part of. For Michael, these stories are proof that the group's methods work. He listens to testimonials of members who have overcome addiction, found inner peace, and achieved their personal goals through the group's teachings. Role models. These success stories often feature charismatic individuals who serve as role models within the group. Seeing people who have successfully transformed their lives provides Michael with tangible examples of what is possible, fueling his motivation to fully commit to the group's practices. Exclusive knowledge. One of the most enticing aspects of the group for Michael is the promise of exclusive knowledge. Cults often claim to offer unique insights or esoteric knowledge that can lead to profound personal and spiritual development. This promise of access to hidden truths is a powerful draw for Michael, who has always been a seeker of deeper understanding. Unique insights. Cults claim to offer unique insights or esoteric knowledge that can lead to profound personal and spiritual development. For Michael, the group's teachings promise to reveal secrets about the nature of reality, human potential, and spiritual enlightenment that are not available through conventional means. Esoteric teachings. The group's leader often presents themselves as a conduit of divine wisdom or an enlightened master, possessing knowledge that is inaccessible to outsiders. Michael is eager to learn from someone who claims to have a direct connection to higher truths and sees this as an opportunity to gain a deeper understanding of himself and the universe. Pathway to Enlightenment. The group's teachings are framed as a pathway to enlightenment, with each member progressing through various stages of knowledge and spiritual development. Michael is motivated by the prospect of advancing through these stages and achieving the ultimate goal of spiritual awakening. Conclusion: the power of transformation. For individuals like Michael, the promise of transformation offered by cults can be incredibly compelling. By presenting a clear path to personal growth, showcasing success stories of transformed lives, and offering access to exclusive knowledge, cults create a powerful narrative that attracts and retains members. This promise of transformation is a critical aspect of cult dynamics, providing individuals with the hope and motivation to embark on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. By understanding and leveraging these elements, cult leaders can create an environment that fulfills the deep-seated desire for transformation. This approach not only attracts new members but also ensures their continued commitment, making it a cornerstone of successful recruitment and retention strategies. Charismatic leadership. In the heart of every successful cult lies a charismatic leader, a figure whose personality, vision, and perceived wisdom captivate and command the loyalty of their followers. These leaders possess an almost magnetic charm, inspiring devotion and unwavering commitment from their members. Their presence alone can transform ordinary individuals into ardent believers, ready to follow their guidance without question. Understanding the dynamics of charismatic leadership is essential for anyone looking to harness its power to build and sustain a dedicated following. A story of leadership: Emma's rise. Imagine Emma, a woman with a remarkable presence and a way with words that could inspire even the most skeptical listener. Emma's journey began with a small group of like-minded individuals who were drawn to her unique perspective on life and spirituality. As the group grew, so did Emma's influence. She was not just a leader but a beacon of hope and a source of profound wisdom. Her charisma and ability to connect with people on a deep emotional level turned her into a figure of reverence and devotion. Charismatic leadership. Inspiring devotion. Emma's story exemplifies how a charismatic leader can inspire devotion and loyalty. Her personality, vision, and perceived wisdom draw people in and keep them committed. Emma's ability to articulate a compelling vision for the future, coupled with her genuine interest in the well-being of her followers, fosters a deep sense of loyalty. Followers are not just attracted to her ideas but to Emma herself, seeing her as a guide and mentor. Magnetic personality. A charismatic leader can inspire devotion and loyalty. The leader's personality, vision, and perceived wisdom can draw people in and keep them committed. Emma's engaging and magnetic personality makes her approachable yet authoritative, a combination that endears her to her followers. Compelling vision. Emma's vision for a better world resonates deeply with her followers. She paints a picture of a utopian future where everyone can achieve spiritual enlightenment and personal fulfillment. This vision gives her followers a sense of purpose and direction. Perceived wisdom. Emma's ability to provide insightful and profound answers to life's big questions enhances her perceived wisdom. Her followers believe that she possesses a deep understanding of spiritual truths that others cannot see, making her guidance invaluable. Messianic figures. As Emma's influence grows, she begins to present herself as a messianic figure or enlightened being with a unique connection to the divine or universal truth. This self-presentation elevates her status within the group and reinforces her authority. Followers come to see Emma not just as a leader but as a divine messenger, a chosen one with a special mission. Divine connection. Leaders often present themselves as messianic figures or enlightened beings with a unique connection to the divine or universal truth. Emma's claims of receiving divine revelations or having mystical experiences set her apart as someone with access to higher knowledge and power. Unique mission. Emma frames her leadership as part of a divine mission to guide humanity towards enlightenment. This narrative not only legitimizes her authority but also instills a sense of urgency and importance in the group's activities. Symbolic acts. To reinforce her messianic status, Emma performs symbolic acts and rituals that highlight her unique connection to the divine. These acts are designed to inspire awe and reinforce the belief in her special role. Authority and command. Emma's ability to command respect and obedience reinforces her control over the group. Her leadership style balances warmth and approachability with firm authority, creating an environment where followers feel both valued and guided. Emma's decisions are rarely questioned because her followers believe in her wisdom and judgment. Commanding respect. The leader's ability to command respect and obedience reinforces their control over the group. Emma's presence and demeanor naturally command respect. Her confidence and assertiveness make her a natural authority figure. Firm authority. While Emma is approachable, she is also firm in her decisions and expectations. This balance ensures that her followers feel guided and supported, yet they understand that her authority is not to be challenged. Building trust. Emma builds trust through consistent and fair leadership. Her followers trust her decisions because she has proven herself to be wise and benevolent. This trust further cements her authority within the group. Conclusion: the power of charismatic leadership. For individuals like Emma, charismatic leadership is the cornerstone of their influence and control. By inspiring devotion, presenting themselves as messianic figures, and commanding respect and obedience, charismatic leaders create a powerful bond with their followers. This bond is not easily broken, making charismatic leadership a critical element in the success and longevity of a cult. By understanding and leveraging these elements, aspiring cult leaders can create an environment that fosters deep loyalty and unwavering commitment. This approach not only attracts new members but also ensures their continued devotion, making charismatic leadership a vital component of successful cult dynamics. Exclusive knowledge. At the heart of many cults lies the promise of exclusive knowledge, special revelations, and esoteric teachings that claim to offer unique insights into the mysteries of life, the universe, and human existence. This promise of hidden wisdom is a powerful lure for individuals seeking deeper truths and understanding. The allure of exclusive knowledge can transform ordinary curiosity into fervent commitment, drawing individuals into a world where they feel privileged, chosen, and enlightened. A story of revelation, David's discovery. Meet David, a young man disillusioned with conventional wisdom and mainstream beliefs. He has always felt that there is more to life than what is taught in schools and preached in traditional religious settings. David's thirst for deeper understanding leads him to explore various spiritual and philosophical paths, but none seem to satisfy his yearning for hidden truths. It is during this quest that David encounters a group that promises access to special, hidden knowledge. Intrigued and hopeful, David decides to delve deeper. Exclusive knowledge. Special revelation. David's journey illustrates the powerful draw of special revelation. Cults often claim to possess knowledge that is not available to outsiders, wisdom that has been hidden from the masses and is accessible only to a select few. The promise of gaining access to this exclusive wisdom can be a strong draw, especially for individuals like David who are seeking answers beyond the conventional. Hidden wisdom. Cults often claim to possess special, hidden knowledge that is not available to outsiders. For David, the idea that this group holds secrets about the universe that others do not know is incredibly enticing. He feels that by joining the group, he will finally gain access to the answers he has been searching for. Selective access. The group emphasizes that only the worthy or enlightened can receive this special revelation. This exclusivity makes the knowledge even more valuable, as it implies that David is part of a chosen few who are capable of understanding these higher truths. Divine connection. The leaders of the group often claim to receive these revelations directly from a divine source or through mystical experiences. This connection to a higher power adds a layer of legitimacy and authority to the knowledge they share. Esoteric teachings. As David immerses himself in the group's teachings, he discovers that the knowledge being imparted is presented as esoteric or occult. These teachings are often shrouded in complex symbolism and arcane language, making them more intriguing and appealing to seekers of deeper truths. The complexity and mystery of these teachings enhance their perceived value and significance. Arcane language. The teachings are often presented as esoteric or occult knowledge, making them more intriguing and appealing to seekers of deeper truths. David finds himself captivated by the intricate symbols and cryptic language used by the group, feeling that he is unraveling profound mysteries that are hidden from ordinary people. Complex symbolism. The use of complex symbols and metaphors in the group's teachings adds to their allure. David feels that each layer of symbolism he deciphers brings him closer to understanding the ultimate truths of existence. Intellectual challenge. The esoteric nature of the teachings provides an intellectual challenge that stimulates David's mind. He takes pride in his ability to grasp these difficult concepts, reinforcing his commitment to the group and its teachings. Mystery and allure. One of the most compelling aspects of the group for David is the element of mystery surrounding the knowledge. The promise of unveiling hidden truths and gaining access to secret wisdom adds a sense of adventure and excitement to his spiritual journey. This mystery and allure make David feel privileged and chosen, deepening his attachment to the group. Enigmatic teachings. The element of mystery surrounding the knowledge adds to its allure, making members feel privileged and chosen. For David, the enigmatic nature of the group's teachings is both thrilling and captivating. He feels that by being part of the group, he is on a special journey of discovery that few others can undertake. Sense of privilege. The exclusivity of the knowledge makes David feel privileged. He believes that being part of the group sets him apart from others, giving him access to insights that are beyond the reach of the average person. Chosen path. The group often reinforces the idea that its members are chosen or specially selected to receive this knowledge. This sense of being chosen strengthens David's commitment to the group, as he feels a profound sense of purpose and destiny. Conclusion. The power of exclusive knowledge. For individuals like David, the promise of exclusive knowledge can be an incredibly powerful motivator. By offering special revelations, presenting teachings as esoteric and occult, and maintaining an aura of mystery and allure, cults create an environment where members feel privileged, chosen, and enlightened. This sense of exclusivity and privilege not only attracts new members, but also ensures their continued loyalty and commitment. By understanding and leveraging these elements, cult leaders can create a compelling narrative that draws individuals into their fold and keeps them deeply engaged. The promise of exclusive knowledge is a cornerstone of cult dynamics, providing a potent means of attracting and retaining devoted followers. Ethical boundaries. In the realm of cult leadership, navigating ethical boundaries is a complex and crucial task. The line between providing guidance and manipulating followers for personal gain can often blur, leading to significant ethical dilemmas. Cult leaders must carefully consider the long-term impact of their actions on their followers' well-being, ensuring that their practices align with ethical standards and respect the autonomy and dignity of each individual. A story of reflection. Lily's leadership. Imagine Lily, a charismatic leader who has built a devoted following based on her spiritual teachings. Lily genuinely believes in the transformative power of her message and wants to help her followers achieve personal and spiritual growth. However, as her influence grows, Lily faces increasing pressure to maintain control and ensure the group's cohesion. She finds herself at a crossroads, grappling with the ethical implications of her leadership decisions. Ethical boundaries. Manipulation versus guidance. Lily's dilemma highlights the fine line between manipulation and guidance. Manipulating and controlling others for personal gain raises significant ethical questions. Leaders must consider the long-term impact of their actions on followers' well-being. For Lily, the challenge is to provide genuine guidance without resorting to manipulation that undermines her followers' autonomy. Ethical dilemma. Manipulating and controlling others for personal gain raises significant ethical questions. Leaders must consider the long-term impact of their actions on followers' well-being. Lily is aware that using fear, guilt, or deceit to control her followers would violate ethical principles, even if it ensures their loyalty and obedience. Guidance with integrity. Lily strives to offer guidance that empowers her followers rather than diminishes their autonomy. She focuses on teaching principles and practices that encourage personal growth and self-discovery, allowing her followers to make informed decisions about their spiritual paths. Respect for autonomy. By respecting her followers' autonomy and encouraging independent thought, Lily aims to create an environment where her followers can grow authentically. This approach fosters trust and mutual respect, laying a foundation for ethical leadership. Informed consent. Ensuring that members are aware of what they are committing to and the implications of their involvement is crucial to ethical leadership. Lily recognizes the importance of informed consent and strives to be transparent about the group's practices, objectives, and expectations. This transparency helps her followers make informed decisions about their participation. Clear communication. Ensuring that members are aware of what they are committing to and the implications of their involvement is crucial to ethical leadership. Lily takes the time to clearly communicate the group's beliefs, practices, and expectations to potential recruits, ensuring they understand what they are joining. Honesty and openness. Lily emphasizes honesty and openness in her interactions with her followers. She answers questions candidly and provides detailed information about the group's activities, helping to build trust and ensure that followers are making informed choices. Empowerment through knowledge. By providing comprehensive information and encouraging questions, Lily empowers her followers to make informed decisions about their involvement. This approach fosters a sense of agency and responsibility, aligning with ethical principles. Transparency. Being transparent about the cult's objectives, practices, and leadership structure can help maintain ethical standards. Lily understands that transparency is key to building trust and maintaining ethical leadership. She strives to be open about the group's goals, practices, and her role as a leader, ensuring that her followers are fully informed. Building trust. Being transparent about the cult's objectives, practices, and leadership structure can help maintain ethical standards. Lily believes that transparency is essential for building trust with her followers. She openly shares the group's mission, goals, and the methods they use to achieve them. Accountability. Lily holds herself accountable to her followers by being transparent about her decisions and actions. She encourages feedback and constructive criticism, creating a culture of accountability and continuous improvement within the group. Open leadership. Lily's transparency extends to the leadership structure of the group. She ensures that her followers understand how decisions are made and who holds various responsibilities within the group. This openness fosters a sense of fairness and inclusivity. Conclusion: the importance of ethical boundaries. For leaders like Lily, maintaining ethical boundaries is essential to creating a healthy and respectful environment for their followers. By navigating the fine line between manipulation and guidance, ensuring informed consent, and maintaining transparency, leaders can foster trust and integrity within their groups. Ethical leadership not only supports the well-being of followers but also strengthens the overall cohesion and sustainability of the group. By understanding and implementing these ethical principles, cult leaders can create an environment that respects the autonomy and dignity of each member. This approach not only attracts new followers but also ensures their continued commitment, making ethical boundaries a cornerstone of successful and responsible cult leadership. Legal risks. Navigating the legal landscape is a critical aspect of cult leadership. Cults often operate in a gray area that can attract significant legal scrutiny. Understanding and adhering to the laws surrounding religious organizations, charitable contributions, personal freedoms, and child protection is essential to avoid serious legal consequences. By ensuring regulatory compliance, proper financial management, and adherence to child protection laws, cult leaders can protect their organizations and their members from legal pitfalls. A story of vigilance. Alex's challenges. Consider Alex, a charismatic leader who has built a devoted following. As his group grows, Alex finds himself facing increasing legal scrutiny. From questions about the group's financial practices to concerns about the treatment of minors, Alex realizes that maintaining legal compliance is crucial for the survival and integrity of his organization. He must navigate these challenges carefully to protect his group and its mission. Legal risks. Regulatory compliance. Alex's journey underscores the importance of regulatory compliance. Cults often face legal scrutiny, making it vital to understand the laws surrounding religious organizations, charitable contributions, and personal freedoms. Engaging in illegal activities or infringing on members' rights can lead to serious consequences. Alex knows that he must ensure his group operates within the bounds of the law to avoid legal repercussions. Understanding the law. Cults often face legal scrutiny. It's vital to understand the laws surrounding religious organizations, charitable contributions, and personal freedoms. Alex dedicates time to studying relevant laws and regulations, seeking advice from legal experts to ensure his group's activities are lawful. Respecting personal freedoms. Alex is careful to respect the personal freedoms of his members, ensuring that their participation is voluntary and informed. He avoids practices that could be seen as coercive or infringing on their rights, maintaining an ethical and legally sound environment. Compliance with regulations. Alex implements procedures to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations. This includes registering the group as a religious organization, maintaining accurate records of charitable contributions, and adhering to all reporting requirements. Financial regulations. Proper financial management is another critical area of concern for Alex. Ensuring proper management and reporting of financial contributions helps avoid legal issues related to fraud or tax evasion. Alex understands that transparency and accountability in financial matters are essential to maintaining trust and avoiding legal trouble. Transparent financial practices. Ensuring proper management and reporting of financial contributions to avoid legal issues related to fraud or tax evasion. Alex establishes clear and transparent financial practices, including regular audits and detailed reporting of all financial activities. Accountability. Alex holds himself and his financial team accountable for managing the group's funds responsibly. He ensures that all donations and contributions are documented, and funds are used in accordance with the group's mission and legal requirements. Tax compliance. Alex works closely with financial advisors to ensure that the group complies with all tax regulations. This includes filing accurate tax returns and avoiding any activities that could be construed as tax evasion. Child protection laws. As the leader of a group that includes families and children, Alex must adhere to laws that protect minors from exploitation and abuse. Ensuring the safety and well-being of all members, especially children, is a top priority. Alex knows that any failure to comply with child protection laws could result in severe legal consequences and damage to the group's reputation. Protecting minors. Adhering to laws that protect minors from exploitation and abuse within the cult. Alex implements strict policies and procedures to protect minors, including background checks for all adults involved in the group and mandatory reporting of any suspected abuse. Creating a safe environment. Alex ensures that all activities involving children are safe and supervised. He provides training for staff and volunteers on child protection laws and best practices for creating a safe environment. Compliance with child protection laws. Alex stays informed about changes in child protection laws and ensures that his group's policies are updated accordingly. He cooperates fully with any investigations or inquiries from child protection agencies, demonstrating the group's commitment to the safety of minors. Conclusion: navigating legal risks. For leaders like Alex, navigating legal risks is an essential aspect of maintaining a sustainable and ethical organization. By ensuring regulatory compliance, proper financial management, and adherence to child protection laws, cult leaders can protect their groups from legal challenges and build a foundation of trust and integrity. By understanding and implementing these legal principles, cult leaders can create an environment that respects the rights and well-being of all members. This approach not only protects the organization from legal repercussions, but also strengthens the overall cohesion and sustainability of the group, making legal compliance a cornerstone of successful and responsible cult leadership. Responsibility. With leadership comes great responsibility, especially within the context of a cult. Cult leaders wield significant influence over their followers, and with that power comes the obligation to ensure the well-being of those who trust and follow them. Balancing personal ambition with ethical responsibility is crucial, as leaders must decide where to draw the line in their pursuit of power and profit. Additionally, ensuring the health and safety of members and securing proper legal representation are essential aspects of responsible leadership. A story of reflection. Mark's realization. Consider Mark, a dynamic leader who has successfully grown his following into a large and devoted community. While Mark is proud of his achievements, he begins to realize the immense responsibility that comes with his role. As his influence grows, so do the ethical challenges and potential legal risks. Mark must navigate these challenges carefully, ensuring that his leadership remains responsible and ethical while still pursuing his vision. Responsibility. Duty of care. Mark's journey highlights the importance of duty of care in leadership. Balancing personal ambition with ethical responsibility is crucial. Cult leaders must decide where to draw the line in their pursuit of power and profit. For Mark, this means reflecting on his actions and ensuring that his pursuit of success does not come at the expense of his followers' well-being. Ethical boundaries. Balancing personal ambition with ethical responsibility is crucial. Cult leaders must decide where to draw the line in their pursuit of power and profit. Mark understands that his decisions have a profound impact on his followers, and he is committed to leading with integrity. He constantly evaluates his actions to ensure they align with ethical standards. Long-term impact. Mark considers the long-term impact of his leadership on his followers. He recognizes that exploiting his followers for short-term gain could lead to harm and disillusionment, undermining the trust and loyalty he has worked hard to build. Balancing ambition and care. While Mark is ambitious and driven to grow his community, he is also mindful of his duty of care. He ensures that his leadership decisions are guided by a commitment to the well-being of his followers, even if it means sacrificing some of his personal ambitions. Health and safety. Ensuring the physical and mental well-being of members is a critical aspect of Mark's responsibility as a leader. This includes providing safe living conditions, access to medical care, and support for mental health. Mark knows that the health and safety of his followers are paramount, and he takes proactive steps to protect them. Safe living conditions. Ensuring the physical and mental well-being of members by by providing safe living conditions and access to medical care. Mark ensures that the community's living conditions are safe, clean, and conducive to well-being. He prioritizes the maintenance of communal spaces and ensures that all members have access to basic necessities. Access to medical care. Mark makes sure that his followers have access to medical care, both for physical and mental health needs. He establishes relationships with healthcare providers and sets up a system to ensure that members can receive treatment when needed. Mental health support. Recognizing the importance of mental health, Mark provides resources and support for members who may be struggling. He fosters an environment where members feel comfortable seeking help and ensures that mental health is treated with the same importance as physical health. Legal representation. As Mark's community grows, so do the potential legal challenges. Having legal representation to navigate disputes, accusations, and potential lawsuits is essential for protecting the cult and its leaders. Mark understands that responsible leadership includes being prepared for legal issues that may arise and ensuring that the community is protected. Legal preparedness. Having legal representation to navigate disputes, accusations, and potential lawsuits is essential for protecting the cult and its leaders. Mark recognizes the importance of being legally prepared. He secures legal representation to advise him on the group's activities and ensure compliance with all relevant laws. Navigating disputes. When conflicts or disputes arise within the community, Mark relies on his legal team to mediate and resolve issues fairly. This approach helps maintain harmony within the group and protects the organization from potential legal threats. Protecting the community. Mark's legal representation also plays a key role in defending the group against external threats, such as accusations or lawsuits. By being proactive in his legal strategy, Mark ensures that the community remains secure and that his leadership is protected. Conclusion. The weight of responsibility. For leaders like Mark, the weight of responsibility is a central aspect of their role. By balancing personal ambition with ethical responsibility, ensuring the health and safety of members, and securing proper legal representation, cult leaders can fulfill their duty of care and protect their communities. Responsible leadership not only fosters trust and loyalty, but also ensures the long-term sustainability and success of the organization. By understanding and embracing these responsibilities, cult leaders can create an environment where followers feel safe, valued, and supported. This approach not only strengthens the community but also reinforces the leader's role as a trustworthy and ethical guide, making responsibility a cornerstone of successful and sustainable cult leadership. Influence techniques. Cult leaders often employ a variety of psychological techniques to influence and control their followers. These methods are designed to create strong emotional bonds, instill fear and guilt, and isolate members from external influences, thereby increasing their dependency on the cult. Understanding these techniques is crucial for both recognizing manipulative practices and comprehending the dynamics within cults. A story of influence. Julia's experience. Imagine Julia, a young woman seeking purpose and belonging. She encounters a group that immediately welcomes her with open arms, showering her with affection and attention. Over time, Julia finds herself becoming deeply attached to the group and its leader. However, as her involvement deepens, she begins to notice subtle shifts in the group's behavior towards her. The love and acceptance she initially felt are replaced by fear, guilt, and increasing isolation from her outside life. Julia's story illustrates how cults use influence techniques to control and manipulate their members. Influence techniques. Love bombing. Julia's initial experience with the group highlights the technique of love bombing. Cults use various psychological techniques to influence and control members. Love bombing involves overwhelming new recruits with affection and attention to make them feel valued and accepted. This initial flood of positive reinforcement creates a bond between the recruit and the cult, making them feel special and integral to the group. Initial affection. Cults use various psychological techniques to influence and control members. Love bombing involves overwhelming new recruits with affection and attention to make them feel valued and accepted. For Julia, the group's constant praise, compliments, and expressions of love make her feel uniquely cherished and important. creating a bond. This initial flood of positive reinforcement creates a bond between the recruit and the cult. Julia quickly forms emotional connections with the group members, feeling a sense of belonging that she has longed for. This bond makes it difficult for her to question or leave the group later on. Building trust. The affection and attention help build trust between Julia and the group. She begins to confide in them, sharing her fears and aspirations, which further deepens her attachment and reliance on the cult. Fear and guilt. As Julia becomes more involved, the group starts to use fear and guilt to control her behavior. By instilling a sense of fear about leaving the cult or disobeying its rules, leaders can maintain control over members. Julia begins to fear the consequences of leaving the group and feels guilty for even considering it, as she has been made to believe that she owes her transformation and happiness to the cult. Fear of punishment. Using fear of punishment or guilt over past actions to control behavior. Julia is constantly reminded of the dire consequences that await those who leave the group. Stories of former members facing ruin or spiritual damnation instill a deep-seated fear in her. Guilt induction. The group makes Julia feel guilty for her past mistakes and convinces her that only through their guidance can she find redemption. This guilt makes her more compliant and less likely to question the group's motives. Maintaining control. By instilling a sense of fear about leaving the cult or disobeying its rules, leaders can maintain control over members. Julia's fear and guilt keep her bound to the group, as she believes that leaving would result in personal and spiritual catastrophe. Isolation. Another technique employed by the group is isolation, encouraging members to cut ties with outside influences to increase dependency on the cult. Isolating members from family and friends reduces outside criticism and reinforces the cult's ideology. Julia finds herself gradually distancing from her family and friends, who the group portrays as negative influences. Encouraging separation. Encouraging members to cut ties with outside influences to increase dependency on the cult. The group advises Julia to spend less time with her family and friends, suggesting that they do not understand her new path and might try to derail her progress. Reducing criticism. Isolating members from family and friends reduces outside criticism and reinforces the cult's ideology. With fewer outside voices challenging the group's teachings, Julia becomes more immersed in the cult's worldview. Increasing dependency. As Julia becomes more isolated, her dependency on the group for emotional and social support increases. The group becomes her primary source of validation and companionship, making it even harder for her to leave. Conclusion: the power of influence techniques. For individuals like Julia, the influence techniques employed by cults can be profoundly effective. By using love bombing, fear and guilt, and isolation, cult leaders create an environment where members feel valued, fearful of leaving, and dependent on the group. These techniques ensure that members remain loyal and compliant, making it difficult for them to break free from the cult's control. By understanding these influence techniques, cult leaders can manipulate members' emotions and behaviors, ensuring their continued loyalty and commitment. Recognizing these techniques is also crucial for those seeking to help individuals trapped in cults, as it provides insight into the psychological manipulation at play. Group dynamics. The dynamics within a cult are carefully crafted to reinforce loyalty, conformity, and a strong sense of community. By leveraging social psychology, cult leaders can create an environment where members feel deeply connected to the group and committed to its beliefs and goals. Understanding these group dynamics is essential to comprehending how cults maintain control and cohesion among their followers. A story of unity. Daniel's integration. Imagine Daniel, a young man seeking direction and a sense of belonging. He joins a group that immediately immerses him in its community and rituals. As Daniel becomes more involved, he notices how the group dynamics shape his perceptions and behavior. The distinct boundaries between insiders and outsiders, the influence of peer pressure, and the power of regular rituals all work together to deepen his commitment to the group. Group dynamics. Us versus them mentality. Daniel's experience highlights the use of the us versus them mentality. Cults leverage social psychology to strengthen group cohesion. Creating a clear distinction between insiders and outsiders fosters unity and loyalty. This mentality also helps to dehumanize outsiders and justify the cult's actions against them. Clear distinction. Cults leverage social psychology to strengthen group cohesion. Creating a clear distinction between insiders and outsiders fosters unity and loyalty. For Daniel, the group's teachings emphasize the unique and superior nature of their community compared to the outside world. Dehumanizing outsiders. This mentality also helps to dehumanize outsiders and justify the cult's actions against them. Daniel begins to see outsiders as misguided or even dangerous, reinforcing his loyalty to the group and justifying any actions taken against non-members. Strengthening unity. The clear distinction between us and them strengthens the sense of unity within the group. Daniel feels a strong bond with his fellow members, believing that they share a unique mission and understanding that outsiders cannot comprehend. Peer pressure. As Daniel becomes more integrated into the group, he experiences the effects of peer pressure, encouraging conformity through peer pressure and communal reinforcement of beliefs. Members are more likely to conform to the group's norms and values when they see others doing the same. Conformity. Encouraging conformity through peer pressure and communal reinforcement of beliefs. Daniel observes that when all members follow the same practices and beliefs, it creates a powerful pressure to conform. He feels compelled to adopt the group's norms to fit in and be accepted. Communal reinforcement. The group regularly reinforces its beliefs and practices through communal activities and discussions. Seeing his peers enthusiastically participate and express their commitment motivates Daniel to do the same. Social validation. Peer pressure provides social validation for Daniel's actions and beliefs. Knowing that his peers share and support his views gives him confidence and reduces any doubts he may have about the group's teachings. Ritual and routine. Regular group activities and rituals play a crucial role in reinforcing the cult's beliefs and creating a sense of community and belonging. For Daniel, these rituals become an integral part of his life, providing structure and a shared experience with his fellow members. Regular activities. Regular group activities and rituals reinforce the cult's beliefs and create a sense of community and belonging. Daniel participates in weekly meetings, communal meals, and group meditations, all designed to reinforce the group's teachings and foster a sense of unity. Shared experiences. The rituals provide shared experiences that strengthen Daniel's bond with other members. These activities create memories and emotional connections that deepen his commitment to the group. Sense of belonging. The routine of participating in regular rituals gives Daniel a sense of belonging and purpose. He feels that he is part of something larger than himself, contributing to a community that shares his values and goals. Conclusion: the power of group dynamics. For individuals like Daniel, the group dynamics within a cult can be incredibly powerful. By creating an us versus them mentality, leveraging peer pressure, and implementing regular rituals and routines, cults can foster deep loyalty, conformity, and a strong sense of community among their members. These dynamics not only maintain control but also ensure that members feel a profound connection to the group and its mission. Understanding these group dynamics is crucial for recognizing the mechanisms that cults use to influence and control their members. By being aware of these techniques, individuals can better understand the powerful forces at play within cults and the challenges faced by those seeking to leave such groups. Cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is a psychological phenomenon that cults adeptly exploit to deepen members' commitment and ensure their continued loyalty. When individuals experience a conflict between their beliefs and actions, they often feel uncomfortable tension. Cults leverage this discomfort to their advantage, encouraging members to rationalize and justify their involvement. This process leads to increased devotion, even in the face of contradictory evidence or doubts. Understanding how cognitive dissonance operates within cult dynamics reveals the powerful mechanisms that bind members to their groups. A story of rationalization. Sarah's journey. Consider Sarah, who has devoted several years to a cult that promises spiritual enlightenment and personal growth. Over time, Sarah has invested significant amounts of her time, money, and emotional energy into the group. Despite encountering moments of doubt and witnessing questionable practices, she finds herself unable to leave. The cognitive dissonance she experiences drives her to rationalize her continued involvement, deepening her commitment and making it increasingly difficult to break free. Cognitive dissonance. Deepening commitment. Sarah's experience illustrates how cults exploit cognitive dissonance to deepen commitment. When members invest time, money, and emotional energy into the cult, they are more likely to rationalize and justify their continued involvement, even when faced with contradictory evidence or doubts. Sarah's significant investment in the cult creates a powerful incentive to stay, as leaving would mean admitting that her efforts were in vain. Investment and justification. Cults exploit cognitive dissonance to deepen commitment. When members invest time, money, and emotional energy into the cult, they are more likely to rationalize and justify their continued involvement, even when faced with contradictory evidence or doubts. For Sarah, the considerable resources she has dedicated to the group compel her to find ways to justify her ongoing participation. Minimizing doubts. When Sarah encounters information that contradicts the cult's teachings or witnesses behavior that raises questions, she minimizes these doubts by focusing on the positive aspects of her involvement. She tells herself that the good outweighs the bad, and that any issues are merely temporary setbacks. Strengthening belief. To reduce the discomfort of cognitive dissonance, Sarah strengthens her belief in the cult's ideology. By doubling down on her commitment, she alleviates the tension between her actions and any conflicting thoughts, reinforcing her loyalty to the group. Self-justification. Members may adopt the cult's beliefs more strongly to justify their sacrifices and commitment, leading to a cycle of increasing devotion. For Sarah, the need to justify her sacrifices results in an ever-deepening acceptance of the cult's doctrines and practices. Reinforcing beliefs. Members may adopt the cult's beliefs more strongly to justify their sacrifices and commitment, leading to a cycle of increasing devotion. Sarah finds herself embracing the cult's teachings more fervently as a way to validate the sacrifices she has made. This self-justification helps her maintain a sense of purpose and coherence in her life. Cycle of devotion. The process of self-justification creates a cycle of increasing devotion. Each time Sarah invests more into the cult, she feels compelled to justify her commitment by aligning her beliefs even more closely with the group's ideology. This cycle makes her more entrenched in the cult and less likely to question its practices. Emotional investment. Sarah's emotional investment in the cult amplifies her need for self-justification. The deep emotional connections she has formed with other members and the leader make it harder for her to entertain doubts, as doing so would threaten these valued relationships. Sunk cost fallacy. The more members invest in the cult, the harder it becomes to leave, as they don't want to admit their efforts were in vain. This sunk cost fallacy traps individuals like Sarah, who feel that walking away would mean losing all the time, money, and emotional energy they have invested. Trapped by investment. The more members invest in the cult, the harder it becomes to leave, as they don't want to admit their efforts were in vain. For Sarah, the idea of leaving the cult is daunting because it would mean acknowledging that her years of dedication were wasted. This fear of loss keeps her bound to the group. Reluctance to abandon. Sarah's reluctance to abandon the cult stems from her desire to avoid feeling regret and failure. Admitting that she was wrong about the cult would not only be emotionally painful but also socially embarrassing, given her public commitment to the group. Continued investment. To avoid the pain of recognizing her sunk costs, Sarah continues to invest in the cult. She participates in more activities, donates additional money, and recruits new members, all in an effort to justify her initial and ongoing investments. Conclusion: the power of cognitive dissonance. For individuals like Sarah, cognitive dissonance plays a crucial role in deepening their commitment to a cult. By leveraging members' investments of time, money, and emotional energy, cults create powerful incentives for continued involvement. The processes of self-justification and the sunk cost fallacy further entrench members, making it increasingly difficult for them to leave. Understanding how cognitive dissonance operates within cults provides valuable insights into the psychological mechanisms that sustain member loyalty and devotion. By recognizing these dynamics, individuals can better comprehend the challenges faced by those trapped in cults and the powerful forces that bind them to these groups. Transforming into a dictatorial personality. A key element of effective cult leadership is the transformation into a dictatorial personality. This transformation involves establishing and reinforcing an image of divine authority, captivating and inspiring followers through charismatic performances, and maintaining consistent messaging to build trust and credibility. By mastering these elements, a leader can create an unshakable foundation of loyalty and devotion among followers. A story of transformation, Leo's ascendancy. Consider Leo, a natural leader with an uncanny ability to connect with people. Leo's journey from an ordinary individual to a dictatorial cult leader begins with the realization that to command absolute loyalty, he must present himself as a figure of divine authority. Through carefully staged revelations, captivating performances, and consistent messaging, Leo transforms into a charismatic leader whose followers are willing to follow him unquestioningly. Transforming into a dictatorial personality. Stage-managed revelations. Leo understands that to solidify his authority and divine status, he must create a sense of awe and wonder among his followers. Carefully planning and executing staged spiritual revelations allows him to convince his followers of his supernatural connection. These dramatic events and orchestrated miracles become pivotal moments that reinforce his position as a leader with divine authority. Planning the miraculous. Carefully plan and execute staged spiritual revelations to reinforce your authority and divine status. Leo meticulously plans events that appear spontaneous and miraculous to his followers. These events are designed to be awe-inspiring and to leave a lasting impression on the audience. Dramatic events. Use dramatic events and carefully orchestrated miracles to convince followers of your supernatural connection. Leo stages dramatic events such as sudden healings, visions, or other supernatural occurrences. These events are carefully timed and executed to maximize their impact and to ensure that followers see them as evidence of his divine connection. Reinforcing authority. Each staged revelation serves to reinforce Leo's authority and to deepen the belief among his followers that he is divinely chosen. The more convincing the miracles, the stronger the followers' devotion and the more unquestionable Leo's leadership becomes. Charismatic performance. Leo knows that beyond the staged miracles, his day-to-day interactions with his followers must captivate and inspire them. By honing his public speaking and performance skills, Leo can draw followers into his narrative, making them feel emotionally connected to him and his teachings. Captivating presence. Hone your public speaking and performance skills to captivate and inspire your audience. Leo practices his speaking skills diligently, learning how to use his voice, body language, and presence to captivate his audience. His speeches are carefully crafted to be compelling and memorable. Storytelling and emotion. Use storytelling, rhetorical questions, and emotional appeals to draw followers into your narrative. Leo uses powerful storytelling to convey his messages, often drawing on personal anecdotes or parables that resonate deeply with his followers. He employs rhetorical questions to engage his audience and emotional appeals to connect with them on a personal level. Inspiring devotion. Through his charismatic performances, Leo creates an emotional bond with his followers. They feel inspired by his vision and are moved by his passion, which translates into unwavering devotion and loyalty. Consistency in messaging. To build trust and credibility, Leo understands the importance of maintaining consistent messaging. By avoiding contradictions and ensuring that his teachings are coherent and easy to understand, Leo strengthens his followers' belief in him and his vision. Clear and coherent teachings. Maintain consistent messaging to build trust and credibility. Avoid contradictions and ensure that your teachings are coherent and easy to understand. Leo develops a clear set of core teachings that he repeats consistently across all his speeches and writings. This consistency helps to build a strong foundation of belief among his followers. Avoiding contradictions. Leo carefully avoids any contradictions in his messages. He ensures that his public statements, Written materials and private conversations all align perfectly, preventing any confusion or doubt among his followers. Building credibility. By consistently delivering the same messages, Leo builds credibility and trust. His followers come to see him as a reliable and trustworthy leader whose words and actions are always in harmony. Conclusion: the path to dictatorial leadership. For leaders like Leo, transforming into a dictatorial personality involves a combination of staged spiritual revelations, charismatic performances, and consistent messaging. By mastering these elements, a leader can create an environment of absolute loyalty and devotion, where followers see them as a divinely appointed figure worthy of their unwavering support. Understanding these techniques reveals the strategic efforts that cult leaders employ to maintain control and influence over their followers. By recognizing these dynamics, individuals can better understand the powerful forces at play within cults and the methods used by leaders to transform themselves into figures of unquestioned authority. Managing apocalyptic scenarios. Cult leaders often use apocalyptic scenarios as powerful tools to galvanize their followers and reinforce their authority. By predicting catastrophic events and positioning themselves as the savior, leaders can create a sense of urgency and drive their followers to commit more deeply. This strategy involves making bold, often vague predictions, creating a heightened sense of urgency, and channeling the resulting fear and anxiety into productive activities that benefit the cult. A story of prophecy. Mark's leadership. Consider Mark, a charismatic cult leader who has built a following based on his claims of divine revelation. To solidify his control and inspire greater commitment from his followers, Mark begins to employ apocalyptic scenarios. Through predictive prophecies, the creation of urgency and productive panic, Mark manipulates his followers' fears and anxieties, ensuring their continued loyalty and active participation in the cult's mission. Managing apocalyptic scenarios. Predictive prophecies. Mark understands that to capture his followers' attention and reinforce his divine status, he must make bold predictions about future events. Framing these predictions as divine revelations, Mark ensures that some are vague enough to be interpreted as accurate regardless of the outcome. This strategy allows him to maintain credibility even when specific predictions do not come to pass. Bold predictions. Make bold predictions about future events, framing them as divine revelations. Mark regularly delivers prophecies about impending disasters or significant world events, claiming that these revelations come directly from a higher power. These predictions capture the attention of his followers and reinforce his image as a prophet. Vague prophecies. Ensure that some of these predictions are vague enough to be interpreted as accurate regardless of the outcome. Mark is careful to include vague elements in his prophecies, such as unspecified timeframes or ambiguous descriptions. This vagueness allows him to interpret events in a way that supports his predictions, maintaining his credibility even when specific details do not materialize. Reinforcing authority. Each prophecy that seems to come true reinforces Mark's authority and divine connection. His followers become more convinced of his prophetic abilities and are more likely to trust and follow his guidance. Creating urgency. To motivate his followers to commit more deeply, Mark uses apocalyptic scenarios to create a sense of urgency. By presenting himself as the savior or guide who can protect them from impending doom, Mark ensures that his followers see him as indispensable to their survival and well-being. Sense of imminent threat. Use apocalyptic scenarios to create a sense of urgency and motivate followers to commit more deeply. Mark frequently warns his followers about imminent threats, such as natural disasters, societal collapse, or divine retribution. This sense of imminent danger creates urgency and compels followers to take immediate action. Positioning as savior. Present yourself as the savior or guide who can protect them from impending doom. Mark positions himself as the only one who can lead his followers to safety and salvation. He emphasizes that following his guidance is the only way to survive the coming catastrophes. Deepening commitment. The sense of urgency drives followers to commit more deeply to the cult's mission and activities. They become more willing to invest their time, money, and resources, believing that their survival depends on their adherence to Mark's teachings. Productive panic. Mark cleverly channels the fear and anxiety generated by apocalyptic scenarios into productive activities. By directing his followers' heightened emotional states towards recruitment efforts, fundraising, and preparations for a safe future, Mark ensures that their panic benefits the cult's growth and sustainability. Channeling fear. Channel the fear and anxiety generated by apocalyptic scenarios into productive activities, such as increased recruitment efforts, fundraising, or preparations for a safe future. Mark encourages his followers to channel their fear into actions that support the cult. This might include recruiting new members, raising funds, or preparing survival kits. Recruitment efforts. Mark emphasizes the importance of bringing new members into the fold, framing it as a way to save more people from the impending doom. His followers, driven by fear and a sense of urgency, become enthusiastic recruiters, spreading the cult's message and expanding its reach. Fundraising and preparations. Mark organizes fundraising campaigns and preparation activities, such as building safe havens or stockpiling supplies. The heightened sense of urgency makes followers more willing to contribute financially and participate in these efforts, believing that their survival depends on it. Conclusion: the power of apocalyptic scenarios. For leaders like Mark, managing apocalyptic scenarios is a powerful strategy to maintain control and deepen the commitment of followers. By making predictive prophecies, creating a sense of urgency, and channeling fear into productive activities, cult leaders can manipulate followers' emotions and actions to benefit the cult's mission. Understanding these techniques reveals the strategic manipulation that underlies many cult dynamics. Recognizing the use of apocalyptic scenarios can help individuals comprehend the powerful psychological forces at play within cults and the challenges faced by those attempting to break free from such environments. Developing income streams. A sustainable and diverse income stream is crucial for the growth and longevity of any cult. By establishing multiple avenues for generating revenue, cult leaders can ensure financial stability and fund their activities and missions. These income streams not only provide financial resources but also serve as effective tools for recruitment and member engagement. Key strategies for developing income streams include establishing front groups, encouraging tithes and donations, and merchandising. A story of diversification. Claire's strategy. Consider Claire, a charismatic cult leader who understands the importance of financial stability for her group's survival and growth. Claire devises a multifaceted strategy to develop income streams that support her cult's mission and expand its influence. By leveraging front groups, encouraging tithes and donations, and creating branded merchandise, Claire builds a robust financial foundation for her cult. Developing income streams. Front groups. Claire recognizes that front groups can serve dual purposes, attracting new members and generating revenue. She establishes various front groups, such as spiritual retreats, drug rehabilitation programs, and management seminars, to reach a broader audience and provide a steady income stream. Multi-purpose organizations. Establish front groups such as spiritual retreats, drug rehabilitation programs, and management seminars to attract new members and generate revenue. Claire's front groups offer services that appeal to different segments of society, making them effective recruiting grounds while also bringing in income. Attracting new members. These front groups can serve as a recruiting ground for the cult while providing a steady income stream. Participants in Claire's programs often become interested in her teachings and eventually join the cult. The retreats and seminars introduce new individuals to the cult's philosophy in a non-threatening, appealing way. Generating revenue. The fees collected from these programs provide a reliable source of income. Claire ensures that the services offered are of high quality, which not only attracts more participants but also justifies higher fees, increasing the overall revenue. Tithes and donations. Encouraging regular financial contributions from members is another critical component of Claire's income strategy. By emphasizing the spiritual benefits of giving and the importance of supporting the cult's mission, Claire fosters a culture of generosity and financial commitment among her followers. Spiritual emphasis. Encourage regular financial contributions from members through tithes, donations, and special offerings. Claire regularly speaks about the spiritual benefits of giving, framing it as a vital practice that enhances personal growth and ensures the cult's continued success. Regular contributions. Claire implements a system for collecting tithes and donations, making it easy and routine for members to contribute. This system includes regular reminders and special events focused on fundraising, ensuring a steady flow of financial support. Special offerings. In addition to regular tithes, Claire organizes special offerings and fundraising campaigns for specific projects or needs. These events create opportunities for members to give more generously, often motivated by the desire to contribute to a significant cause or milestone. Merchandising. To further diversify her income streams, Claire develops and sells branded merchandise that promotes the cult's teachings and image. These products serve not only as a source of revenue but also as marketing tools that spread the cult's message. Branded products. Develop and sell branded merchandise, including books, audio recordings, clothing, and other items that promote the cult's teachings and image. Claire creates a range of products that appeal to her followers and help them feel connected to the cult. Promotional materials. The merchandise includes items like books and audio recordings of Claire's teachings, which serve as both educational tools and promotional materials. These products help spread Claire's message beyond the immediate group, reaching potential new members. Community building. Wearing or using branded merchandise helps members feel a sense of belonging and pride in their association with the cult. It also sparks curiosity and conversations with outsiders, indirectly promoting the cult and potentially attracting new followers. Conclusion: building a robust financial foundation. For leaders like Claire, developing diverse income streams is essential for maintaining financial stability and supporting the cult's mission. By establishing front groups, encouraging tithes and donations, and creating branded merchandise, cult leaders can generate steady revenue while also expanding their influence and reach. Understanding these strategies reveals how cults can sustain themselves financially and grow their membership base. By recognizing the importance of financial diversification, cult leaders can ensure their groups remain resilient and capable of achieving their long-term goals. Recruitment tactics. Effective recruitment tactics are essential for growing and sustaining a cult. Cult leaders use a variety of methods to attract new members, often focusing on individuals who are most vulnerable and in need of support. By targeting vulnerabilities, using a personalized approach, and hosting recruitment events, cults can successfully draw in new recruits and integrate them into their community. A story of recruitment. Maria's methods. Consider Maria, a cult leader who is adept at identifying potential recruits and drawing them into her group. Maria's recruitment strategy involves pinpointing individuals who are emotionally and socially vulnerable, using a personal approach to connect with them, and organizing events that showcase her cult's teachings and community. Through these methods, Maria is able to continually expand her following. Recruitment tactics. Targeting vulnerabilities. Maria knows that individuals who are emotionally scarred, socially isolated, or experiencing personal crises are more likely to be receptive to her cult's message. By identifying and targeting these individuals, Maria can offer them the support and transformation they are seeking, making them prime candidates for recruitment. Identifying targets. Identify and target individuals who are emotionally scarred, socially isolated, or experiencing personal crises. Maria looks for people who show signs of emotional distress, loneliness, or life disruptions, such as recent breakups, job losses, or relocations. Understanding needs. These individuals are more likely to be receptive to the cult's message and promises of support and transformation. Maria trains her recruitment team to listen carefully to potential recruit stories, understanding their specific needs and pain points. Offering solutions. By empathizing with their struggles and offering solutions, Maria creates a compelling narrative of support and transformation. She presents her cult as a safe haven where individuals can find healing, community, and purpose. Personal approach. Maria uses a personalized approach to recruitment, building genuine relationships with potential members. This approach involves addressing their specific needs and concerns, offering tailored solutions, and creating a sense of hope and belonging. Building relationships. Use a personalized approach to recruitment, building relationships with potential members and addressing their specific needs and concerns. Maria emphasizes the importance of personal connections, encouraging her team to form genuine relationships with recruits. Tailored solutions offer solutions to their problems and create a sense of hope and belonging. Maria's recruiters tailor their message to each individual, offering specific ways the cult can help them overcome their challenges and achieve their goals. Creating belonging. Maria ensures that new recruits feel welcomed and valued from the moment they express interest. By fostering a sense of belonging, she makes it difficult for them to walk away from the group once they have experienced its supportive environment. Recruitment events. To attract potential recruits, Maria hosts a variety of public events, workshops, and seminars. These events serve as a platform to showcase the cult's teachings and community, making them appealing to attendees and encouraging them to join. Public events. Host public events, workshops, and seminars that attract potential recruits. Maria organizes events that are open to the public, such as lectures, spiritual retreats, and self-help workshops, which draw in people seeking knowledge and community. Showcasing teachings. Use these events to showcase the cult's teachings and community, making them appealing to attendees. At these events, Maria and her team present the cult's philosophy in an engaging and accessible way, highlighting the benefits of joining the group. Creating appeal. The events are designed to be welcoming and inclusive, creating a positive first impression. Attendees are encouraged to participate in discussions, ask questions, and connect with current members, who share their positive experiences and personal transformations. Conclusion: mastering recruitment tactics. For leaders like Maria, mastering recruitment tactics is crucial for the growth and sustainability of their cults. By targeting individuals who are emotionally and socially vulnerable using a personalized approach to connect with them, and hosting events that showcase the cult's teachings and community, cult leaders can effectively attract new members and integrate them into their group. Understanding these recruitment tactics reveals the strategic efforts behind cult growth and the methods used to draw in and retain new followers. Recognizing these tactics can help individuals understand the powerful pull of cults and the challenges faced by those attempting to resist or leave such groups. Exerting control. Exerting control over members is a fundamental aspect of cult leadership. By using psychological techniques such as love bombing, alternating cruelty, and claiming divine revelations, cult leaders can create an environment of dependency and unwavering loyalty. These methods help to quickly integrate new members, keep them emotionally off balance, and reinforce the leader's authority. A story of control. Sophia's strategy. Consider Sophia, a charismatic cult leader who is adept at maintaining control over her followers. Sophia uses a combination of love bombing, alternating cruelty, and divine revelations to ensure that her members remain loyal and obedient. Through these techniques, she creates a strong emotional bond, instills dependency, and continually reinforces her authority. Exerting control. Love bombing. Sophia understands the power of love bombing to create strong emotional bonds and dependency among new recruits. By overwhelming them with affection and attention, she quickly integrates new members into the cult and builds their loyalty. Overwhelming affection. Use love bombing to overwhelm new recruits with affection and attention, creating a strong emotional bond and dependency. Sophia instructs her existing members to shower new recruits with praise, kindness, and attention. This overwhelming display of affection makes new members feel valued and cherished. Building emotional bonds. This technique helps to quickly integrate new members into the cult and build loyalty. The intense positive reinforcement creates a strong emotional bond between the recruits and the group, making them feel like they have found a new family. Creating dependency. The affection and attention make new members dependent on the cult for their emotional well-being. They begin to rely on the group for validation and support, which strengthens their loyalty and makes it difficult for them to leave. Alternating cruelty. To maintain control and keep members emotionally off balance, Sophia uses the technique of alternating cruelty. By switching between kindness and cruelty, she creates an unpredictable environment that reinforces loyalty and obedience through intermittent reinforcement. Unpredictable behavior. Alternate between kindness and cruelty to keep members off balance and dependent on your approval. Sophia alternates between periods of warmth and support and episodes of harsh criticism or punishment. This unpredictability keeps members constantly seeking her approval. Intermittent reinforcement. This technique, known as intermittent reinforcement, creates an unpredictable environment that reinforces loyalty and obedience. Members never know when they will receive kindness or cruelty, so they remain constantly vigilant and eager to please Sophia. Reinforcing dependency. The alternating cruelty creates a psychological dependency on Sophia's approval. Members are willing to endure the cruelty in the hope of receiving kindness, which strengthens their loyalty and obedience. Divine revelation. Sophia claims ongoing divine revelations to maintain her authority and control over the cult. By presenting these revelations as direct communications from a higher power, she reinforces her position as the cult's leader and prophet. Claiming divinity. Claim ongoing divine revelations to maintain your authority and control over the cult. Sophia regularly announces new revelations that she claims to receive from a higher power. These revelations often include directives for the group and messages that reinforce her divine status. Reinforcing authority. Present these revelations as direct communications from a higher power, reinforcing your position as the cult's leader and prophet. The divine revelations bolster Sophia's authority, making her followers believe that she has a unique and sacred connection to the divine. Maintaining control. The ongoing revelations ensure that Sophia remains the central figure of authority and guidance within the cult. Followers look to her for direction and believe that disobeying her is equivalent to disobeying a higher power. Conclusion: the techniques of control. For leaders like Sophia, exerting control is essential for maintaining loyalty and obedience within the cult. By using love bombing to create strong emotional bonds, alternating cruelty to keep members off balance, and claiming divine revelations to reinforce authority, cult leaders can effectively manage and control their followers. Understanding these techniques reveals the psychological manipulation at play within cults and the methods used to maintain control over members. Recognizing these tactics can help individuals understand the powerful dynamics of cult influence and the challenges faced by those trying to break free from such groups. Handling authorities. Navigating the complexities of legal and media scrutiny is crucial for the survival and growth of a cult. Effective strategies in handling authorities involve legal navigation, managing media relations, and ensuring compliance while creating plausible cover stories for any controversial activities. These approaches help protect the cult from legal threats and maintain a positive public image. A story of evasion: Jacob's tactics. Consider Jacob, a seasoned cult leader who has faced numerous legal and media challenges over the years. To protect his organization and maintain its operations, Jacob employs a variety of tactics to handle authorities effectively. By developing robust legal strategies, controlling the media narrative, and ensuring compliance with laws, Jacob successfully shields his cult from external threats. Handling authorities. Legal navigation. Jacob understands that navigating legal issues is essential for protecting his cult. He develops strategies to deal with authorities when people go missing or other legal challenges arise. By maintaining a legal team, Jacob ensures that his cult can handle disputes and protect itself from legal threats. Strategic planning. Develop strategies to navigate legal issues and deal with authorities when people go missing or other legal challenges arise. Jacob creates detailed plans for responding to various legal scenarios, ensuring that his cult is prepared for any situation. Legal team. Maintain a legal team to handle disputes and protect the cult from legal threats. Jacob hires experienced attorneys who specialize in areas relevant to the cult's activities. This team provides legal advice, represents the cult in court, and helps navigate complex legal landscapes. Handling disputes. The legal team is responsible for resolving disputes, whether they involve internal conflicts or external accusations. By having legal representation, Jacob ensures that the cult can effectively defend itself and mitigate potential damage. Media relations. Managing the cult's public image is crucial for Jacob. He controls the narrative by presenting a positive and benign image of the cult and is prepared to respond to negative press and accusations. By effectively managing media relations, Jacob minimizes the impact of adverse publicity. Positive image. Manage the cult's public image and relations with the media. Control the narrative by presenting a positive and benign image of the cult. Jacob regularly engages with the media, offering interviews and press releases that highlight the cult's charitable activities and positive impact on the community. Media training. Jacob trains key members of the cult on how to interact with the media. This training ensures that they present a consistent and positive message, avoiding any statements that could be misinterpreted or used against the cult. Responding to negative press. Be prepared to respond to negative press and accusations. Jacob's media team monitors news coverage and social media, quickly addressing any negative stories or accusations. They provide counter-narratives and evidence to refute false claims, aiming to maintain the cult's reputation. Compliance and cover. To avoid legal repercussions, Jacob ensures that the cult complies with local laws and regulations. He also creates plausible cover stories for any controversial or illegal activities, using legal and financial structures to protect the cult's assets and leaders. Legal compliance. Ensure that the cult complies with local laws and regulations. Jacob stays informed about relevant laws and regulations, adjusting the cult's practices as necessary to remain compliant. This proactive approach helps avoid legal issues before they arise. Plausible cover stories. Create plausible cover stories for any controversial or illegal activities. Jacob devises believable explanations for activities that might attract legal or media scrutiny. These cover stories are supported by fabricated documentation and consistent narratives among members. Asset protection. Use legal and financial structures to protect the cult's assets and leaders. Jacob establishes shell companies, trusts, and other financial mechanisms to safeguard the cult's assets. These structures make it difficult for authorities to seize assets or hold leaders personally accountable for the cult's actions. Conclusion: strategic management of authorities. For leaders like Jacob, handling authorities involves a combination of legal navigation, media management, and ensuring compliance with laws. By developing robust legal strategies, maintaining a positive public image, and creating plausible cover stories, cult leaders can protect their organizations from external threats and maintain operational stability. Understanding these tactics reveals the strategic efforts that cults use to evade legal challenges and control their public image. Recognizing these methods can help individuals comprehend the sophisticated measures cults take to safeguard their existence and the challenges authorities face in holding them accountable. Structuring your cult. Choosing the right structure for your cult is crucial for achieving your primary goals, whether they are wealth generation, power and control, or a balance of both. The structure you choose will determine how you interact with the outside world, how you recruit and retain members, and how you manage your internal environment. 3 primary models to consider are the open society model, the closed compound model, and hybrid models. A story of structure. Alex's decisions. Alex, an ambitious cult leader, is at a crossroads. He needs to decide how to structure his growing cult to best achieve his goals. By examining the benefits and challenges of different models, Alex can make an informed decision that aligns with his vision for the future. Structuring your cult. Open society model. If Alex's primary goal is wealth generation, he might choose an open society model. This model allows for greater interaction with the outside world, facilitating recruitment and fundraising efforts. Open societies use public events, businesses, and media to attract new members and generate income. Greater interaction. Choose an open society model if your primary goal is wealth. This model allows for greater interaction with the outside world, facilitating recruitment and fundraising efforts. Alex opens his cult to the public through various initiatives such as seminars, workshops, and community events. Public events and businesses. Open societies can use public events, businesses, and media to attract new members and generate income. Alex sets up businesses like wellness centers, bookstores, and cafes that promote the cult's teachings while generating revenue. Public events like lectures and spiritual retreats serve as both recruitment tools and income sources. Media engagement. Alex uses social media, websites, and press releases to spread the cult's message, reaching a broader audience. Positive media coverage helps build the cult's reputation and attracts potential members. Closed compound model. If Alex's primary goal is power and control, he might choose a closed compound model. This model isolates members from the outside world, creating a tightly controlled environment where the leader's authority is absolute. Closed compounds use communal living, strict rules, and constant surveillance to maintain control and loyalty. Isolation. Choose a closed compound model if your primary goal is power and control. This model isolates members from the outside world, creating a tightly controlled environment where the leader's authority is absolute. Alex establishes a secluded compound where members live and work, cut off from external influences. Communal living. Closed compounds can use communal living, strict rules, and constant surveillance to maintain control and loyalty. Alex enforces communal living arrangements, with shared duties and resources, fostering a sense of unity and dependence on the cult. Strict rules and surveillance. Alex implements strict rules regarding behavior, communication, and movement. Constant surveillance ensures compliance and discourages dissent. Regular meetings and rituals reinforce loyalty and obedience to Alex's authority. Hybrid models. Alex might also consider a hybrid model that combines elements of both open societies and closed compounds. These models can balance wealth generation with control, allowing for greater flexibility in achieving goals. Balancing wealth and control. Consider hybrid models that combine elements of both open societies and closed compounds. These models can balance wealth generation with control, allowing for greater flexibility in achieving your goals. Alex creates a structure that includes both public-facing businesses and a secluded residential area for core members. Flexible interaction. In a hybrid model, Alex can allow some members to interact with the outside world for recruitment and fundraising purposes while keeping others isolated to maintain control. This flexibility enables the cult to benefit from external income sources without compromising internal discipline. Dual operations. Alex runs public events and businesses to attract new members and generate income, while maintaining a closed environment for core followers. This approach ensures a steady flow of resources and recruits while keeping the inner circle tightly controlled. Conclusion. Choosing the right structure. For leaders like Alex, choosing the right structure for their cult is essential for achieving their primary goals. Whether opting for an open society model to maximize wealth, a closed compound model to exert absolute control, or a hybrid model to balance both, the structure will define how the cult operates and interacts with the world. Understanding the benefits and challenges of each model allows cult leaders to strategically plan their organization's growth and sustainability. By aligning the cult structure with its goals, leaders can effectively manage their members, resources, and external relations to build a thriving and resilient organization. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. If you enjoyed the story and would like to hear more, please share this podcast with your friends and rate it on your favorite podcast platform. Don't forget to visit my website at www.tonyc.info for more content, updates, and exclusive behind-the-scenes insights. This podcast is mainly supported by listeners like you. If you want to help keep the stories coming, consider supporting me on Patreon at www.patreon.com/JTAC. Even just $1 a month makes a huge difference and helps me continue to create the content you love. Thank you again for listening. Your support means the world to me. Until next time, stay safe and keep exploring the unknown.